Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Chat with DJ, Stay Married Saturdays. I have a good topic today to talk to you guys. It's a juicy one. It's a long battle, but I wanted to kind of clear up the definitions of two personality disorders. It's histrionic personality disorder and narcissistic personality disorder. Yeah, they're really good. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with histrionic personality disorder. It is probably gonna be like a little tongue twister, but let's get into it. So the major thing about a histrionic personality disorder person that's exhibiting these symptoms is they are the life of the party. They want to be in the middle of it. They want to be all up in it. They want to be seen, heard, all eyes on them. This is the biggest thing for them. So let's just keep listening to all the different ways that it kind of manifests before we're like, oh yeah, I know somebody who's histrionic. Okay, so they're also uncomfortable when they're not the center of attention. They're very emotional, they're very exaggerated, they're very dramatic. They're also very flirty and provocative. It may come off very like sexually and flirtatious, and they may seem like they have a false sense of interest, but not really. Also, like the conversations that they have, there's no depth to it. It's very surface, very shallow. It almost kind of there's like no expression of emotion. It's like they're just talking and talking and talking, and it's all about them, and it's all about like their weekend, their life, what's important to them. And there's kind of like can you read the room and kind of see that nobody cares? But they do read the room, and the only time that they read the room is to know if the room is giving them undivided attention, and if the room is not giving them undivided attention, or all eyes are on them, then they do something very dramatic, very avant-garde to try to get the shift back to them. They're also very easily influenced by others and circumstances, and you know, they kind of have that personality that how can I describe this? It's like, oh, I went skydiving last week. Oh yeah, me too. Oh, that's so cool, I did that too. Oh yeah, I went swimming with sharks the other day, and you're like, oh yeah, me too, let me tell you about my story. It's kind of like, no. Also, they talk a lot about, I think I already said that, talk a lot about nothing. Their relationships are considered very like blah, very surface, very basic, but they have this false sense of idea that, oh, that's my best friend, oh, that's my good friend, oh, that's my this, that's my that. And it's kind of like, no, you guys just cross each other's paths and talked about the weather, and that's it. So like I said, histrionic personality disorder, the major thing to note is they just want to be the life of the party, all eyes on them. They will do anything and everything to do that, but it's also that they don't feel comfortable in sharing the limelight with others. They don't feel comfortable in allowing other people to have that. So that's kind of like a big thing. So are you guys ready for the big kahuna? The narcissistic personality disorder. That's such a big one. Let's talk about it. So I have like a little cheat sheet per usual. Okay, so the narcissistic personality disorder, they just require an excessive amount of admiration. Like, it goes beyond the good job and okay, kudos to you, you got XYZ. It's like every single day they need to be drenched in how awesome they are and how wonderful they are and how fabulous they are. They have like this pattern of grandiosity that is just unquenchable. It's just like a pit, and you have to always fill it in. They have a lack of empathy. And that's like a key thing, that it's kind of like they just maneuver life. There's no remorse, there's no empathy, there's no do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. They just navigate life, and it's all about me, and that's the way it's going to be. Also, they believe that they're special, they're very entitled, they have a grandiose self of importance, like the party does not start until they get there, versus the histrionic personality is like they get to the party and they're the life of the party. The narcissistic says, oh, this party started at 9 p.m. because I just walked through the door. They all waited for more. Okay, and they also take advantage of others. It goes with the lack of empathy, the lack of remorse and caring for other people. They do take advantage of others just to satisfy their own needs. Like, these people will step on you to get to where they need to get, and won't bat an eyelashes, won't flinch, won't do anything. They're unwilling to recognize or identify feelings or the needs of others. They're always jealous of others, or always feel that people or others are always jealous of them. And then they're just arrogant, have haughty behavior, attitudes, and they're just them. So I do want to kind of differentiate the two. So like I said earlier, the histrionic is the life of the party, will jump into oncoming traffic if that's going to give them the audience that they crave. And the narcissistic personality disorder is they will go into oncoming traffic and it has to stop because I'm in the middle of it. So I want you to kind of differentiate the two, because sometimes people think, oh my god, I'm married to a narcissist, or I'm married to a histrionic person, or you know, you may be married to somebody that, you know, may like a little bit of attention, but they don't have like that flirtatious thing, or you know, that they don't feel uncomfortable unless they have that. Or sometimes you'll think, oh, you know, this person needs to have a lot of praise or a lot of feedback. That just may be their love language. They like verbal praise. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have this grandiose personality. So when it comes to histrionic, a lot of females are diagnosed with that. Shocker. But also men. So don't think that men cannot be diagnosed with histrionic personality disorder. When it comes to narcissistic personality disorder, try to say that a lot. It's usually 50 to 75% of men who are diagnosed with that. Shocker again, right? So just be mindful of that. If you have a loved one that may be exhibiting this, don't go off and be like, oh, you need to change yourself, you're a histrionic or you're narcissistic. The cool thing about personality disorders, they don't see it. They may not even be interested in changing it, and they may see it like a personal attack. So us knowing these symptoms or how it presents, it only does good for us, so we know how to navigate them, and kind of like stay clear and just kind of understand why they're behaving the way that they're behaving, what is happening. But it's not to be like, oh, we need to change yourself because you're unempathetic and you're this and you always want to be the life of the party and blah blah blah. They're not gonna change. They don't see it. You can't close your eyes and see the inside of your pupil. Like, that's just not it. So take that with a grain of salt. And hopefully this helps. Share this with your friends or anybody that has like a curiosity on the two differences, or how it looks like, or how it shows up. So until next time,